Oh my, are we live? We are live! Hello again, this is Aurora, and we are going to be doing some more Project Discovery. I am starting here at level 338 at 99% accuracy. I am going to attempt to get to 340, maybe a little bit over. I'm going to post this up, so when I do, it'll have the little wait a second, or the "we'll be back" screen just while I'm posting it. I don't know why it does that when I click off of it, so I apologize. Well, I'm still here, I promise. Just need to make 2 quick posts, and I will get rocking and rolling. Still here, I promise. Just need to make 2 quick posts, and I will get rocking and rolling. Still here, I promise. Okay, and I'm back. I apologize for that. Every time I leave this screen, it says "be right back." I don't know why it does that, but it does that. So I apologize. Thank you for waiting. Alright. Level 338. Go 340. Let's do this. Alright, yeah. And feel free to ask any questions, comments, whatnot, as I'm doing this. That's why I'm doing it, so I can help out. I know that lots of people have had lots of questions in the forums and in the online help and chat. And the biggest problem with that is it's hard to do it, or to give help, after the fact. It's easier to show it while it's going on. It's very difficult to explain it without a diagram of sorts, or without the content in front of you. So I can kind of do it as we're going. So I'm staring at the chat on Yahoo, not Yahoo, YouTube, herp derp. And I'm also in the Project Discovery chat on EVE Online. Kick my name up. I am Aurora, A-R-U-A-R. Been playing for about 10 years, a little over. And yeah, it's a little bit about me. Alright. Alright, I think I see something here. I think... No. Let's try this. No. I'll just pick the one that looks most like a transit and run with it. Alright, these look transity, don't they? I'm gonna go with this one. No. No, whole lot of no. Alright, let's try this one more time. Try a little bit wider. That might be it right there. Maybe. Stress the word maybe. I'll try that. Alright, not a challenge slide. Continuing on. Alright, yeah, actually, because there's that one on the far left as well. I'll bet you that's it. I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Yeah, look at that. That's it. Hello, Mr. Planet. Found you. Confirm. Alright, now this is one of those times, and I'm gonna purposefully get this one wrong, just as a learning example. Here we have a definite dip, but man, doesn't that look like a dip right there? Well, we have the option of saying that there is a dip caused by a second planet. And I can double click again, and you'll see down here, now we have 2 orbiting periods. And this really does look like a transit, even though I know that the one that I've already marked is going to be what the challenge slide wants. But this really does look like a transit right there. Even if we get in close, that really looks like a transit. So it's going to be wrong since I've marked it, because I've yet to see one where a second planet is ever correct. So I'll just do this for the sake of doing it. And the other ones that I marked are correct, but it has failed because I marked this one as the transit of another planet, of a second planet. So the lesson to be learned here is find the ones that overlap, ignore the ones, like, don't try to make it fit. And even if you're sure that's the transit of another planet, don't mark it because it'll be wrong. I've yet to ever come across one. I've got a folder full of screenshots that I've taken of transits of one planet that I know are correct, and they're correct according to the slide, but there's clearly another transit in there. Now, that one wasn't as clear, but I've seen others that are very clear. I've got screenshots of them. And it's like, I know there's another transiting body, but it's wrong. You know, the slide will say it's wrong if you add it. Now, I believe it's still positive for points, so if you're, say, at 50%, and you mark all the transits of one planet, and then say, hey, there's another planet transit right here, and mark it as a second planet, you will still gain points even though it's failed. It just won't be as much had you left it out. So, for the sake of keeping my score higher, I leave them out, because you are rewarded for having high accuracy. Alright, now, this one, that's... Alright. No, because the third one on the far left doesn't correlate to anything. Now, what's funny is, if we take this one out, some of these smaller ones almost look like something, don't they? Let's try that, actually. That actually, right there, kind of looks like something. That's a tiny little dip, isn't it? You know what? I'm gonna run with that. Let's see what happens. Alright, not a challenge slide. I didn't think so. Hazen's giving me a little grief here in the Project Discovery chat, saying it's a little boring. Yeah, I could see why most people would think Project Discovery is boring. You are looking at luminosity graphs from a star. I would say most people would find that boring, but that's okay. That's okay. We all have things we like. Alright, I'll bet you that's it right there. I'll bet you. Let's take a look at that. Now again, I hate these because of that large dip in the data. It makes it very difficult for me to see the smaller trending dips when that's there. This right here makes it very difficult to see. Alright, let's put that back. Oh man, see these two right here, coupled with, alright, let's try that. See, oh, that makes it so difficult to see. because that large dip is included in this fold. I really wish I could omit that. I'm not going to be able to see it because of this. So this will be one of those ones that I skip. Until there's a way to omit that data, I skip the ones. If I can't easily see it, I skip those because they're just, it's impossible to see the trending dip in the fold. Alright. That looks right. Yeah, that loses it. Alright. Yeah, that's it right there. That dip. That's what you're looking for. It's not much of a dip, but that's your dip. Let's see what Project Discovery has to say about it. Okay, I missed a set. Alright, that's why you need to hit the divide button to check to see if there's any more. There was another set in between all the ones that I labeled. Now, if you do that, seeing as how we got half of them, you will neither gain nor lose points to your accuracy. So it's net neutral if you do that. That looks like a dip. So always better to get, huzzah, partial credit than it is to get 0 credit. Alright, what do we have here? What do we have here? This to that. No. Maybe. Alright, if it's in there, I'm just not seeing it. There's a lot of... See, here. Let's try this one. This is a much wider one. Let's see if this will work. Well, that kind of looks like it right there, doesn't it? We divide that out. Kind of. I mean, we're talking a very minute dip here. Well, let's try that and see what happens. I was off. That does not look like one, does it? That just... Alright. I mean, this one over here does. I'll grant that. This one doesn't. I'd miss that one almost every time. I'll just say this. Wow! What do we have here? Okay, let's detrend that. Alright, maybe... Let's try that, actually. No, it doesn't correlate on the third... Well, we could take a look. Never hurts to look. You know what? Like, right here... That same dip repeats 3 times. Of course, it also does that here and here and here, so I suppose that's nothing to really write home about, is it? Well, why don't we go ahead. Hopefully it's not a challenge slide. It's not. I'm... Here? Here, maybe? No, the ones further out don't really correlate to any... Well... No. Yeah, nobody marked transits on that. Okay. Huh. Huh. Well, isn't that interesting? Okay. How do I want to read this? See, now these look like they could be, because that's the same pattern. Of course, these large ones look like they could be. Oh, man. There's just too many options. Alright, let's see what we've got here. Okay, we've got ourselves a dip here, and obviously we have ourselves a large dip here. Now the question is, would this be the full transit of a planet? That is nice and uniform, isn't it? But, I mean, that also looks quite transity. So does this. Oh man, that is a tough decision. I'm gonna go with this one. I'm gonna go with this one and see what happens. That's... Ah, man, I really want to... No. I'm gonna do it. Okay, alright. That was not a challenge one. And the community seems to agree that the larger dip is indeed the planet. Alright, we have... Here... Kind of. Here, kind of. I'm gonna do this one. Okay! I was off. Alright. I missed that entirely. Alright, that looks like a transit. That looks like a transit. Those look like the two closest ones to each other. So let's see where it goes. There we are. I don't see it tailing off on the sides. Divide it. And no, stupid, go back. I think that's it. I don't think I'm missing one. I don't think so. I'm gonna submit that. I don't think I'm missing one. Very good. There we are. Alright. This to here. That's my guess. Educated though it is. Yeah, see, now I believe this is just a pulsar, and we just happen to find a series of dips. Yeah. I don't believe that's actually a planet, but I'll go ahead and mark it. Because that would mean this one probably is too. I believe it's just a pulsar. But I'll mark that set. Maybe. I'm not seeing anything. Alright. Maybe... Go with maybe. Not seeing... Well, kinda over here. I'll mark that. Oh, we are so close to 339. 340. Nothing in here is really screaming transits. Alright. Alright, let's detrend that, make it easier to see. Yeah, there we are. Very good. So close. No. doesn't correlate. Doesn't. No. I'll just mark that one. Alright, that seems straightforward. It's easier to see when we do the 24-hour. I'll just get that right about lined up like that. Hit confirm. Very good. Okay, maybe. No, those don't line up. Only one. I'm just gonna do the one. 339. Oh, really? That's why they didn't line up, because I didn't have the proper first one. That explains it, doesn't it? I had the other three. Should have stuck with one of those. Alright. Lesson learned. Alright, that looks transity. No? I mean, this one really does. Kinda does. This one really does. I'll just mark this one. Alright. I like the straightforward, easy ones. I say that, watch me get it wrong. Alright, look at that. That is that nice little dip you're looking for. Right in there. Ooh. Alright, that's... yeah. But... I'm not seeing much else that really correlates with it. I'm just gonna run with this one solo. I mean, that one kind of. I have to go up. I should have done it. I need to take a break here for a second, so off headset. I apologize for that. Took a phone call. Alright. That looks like it, doesn't it? We'll run with it. Yeah. These two look like transits, but the ones on the left or before them just don't. So I'll pick this one out of the two, and that does seem to be the community consensus. No. Okay, alright. This one to that one. Yeah. Let's do that. Bingo. And we are golden. See, this is another prime example of where there's a dip in the data that really looks like a transit, but it's the rest of them that are the transits. And if it allowed me to put in a transit of a secondary planet without penalty, I would do it. But unfortunately, not how it works. So, there we go. Man. No, no. Just, alright, I'll look at it. I don't think it's right. No. This is one of those where I think I'm just gonna pick one that looks like it could be the best transit out of all of them. I'll go with this one, and I'll just run with it. Alright. Alright, we kind of look transity here, here. But the other ones don't. On the left, and even far right of this, they don't really. Suppose we could take a look. We'll go with it. Alright. Oh, 340 feels so close. Alright, that kind of... you know, we might be onto something here. Well, if we were, I'm not seeing it. Well, let's try that. Could just be because I didn't go to 24. Let's see if something pops out now. Well, there's a They're kind of. Stress the word kind of. Alright, I'll do it. I think it's just noise, but I'll do it. Yeah. Alright. I'm just gonna mark this one. These first two look good, but all the ones past it just don't. With the exception of maybe this one. The rest of these just don't look transity. So I'm just gonna mark this one and hope that's all there is. Alright, yep, and that does seem to be the community consensus on that one. Alright, this is the only one that really stands out. This one kind of, but... Yep, cool. This one, maybe? And it's the only one that, again, really stands out to me. I'll do that. Nope. Kinda, sorta, but honestly, no. Not enough for me to market. Alright, what do we have here? Whole lot of nothing by the look of it. Alright, this one looks pretty obvious. Yep, that nice little dip right there. That's what you're looking for. That's what you want to see when you do these. Something that's like this. Alright. I don't think so. Nope. Right here is a maybe, but I'm going to say no. This is looking a lot like a pulsar of some kind. The only thing that even... This one and kind of mostly this one. This is the only one that actually looks like a transit. Kind of, maybe. But I think it's just noise. Alright, that looks like a transit, and that's the only one I see. You've got what? Let's look at this. Okay, so this, not transit. This transit, not transit, okay. I don't see that. And I don't see that. Alright. I will get this slide wrong every time. Because I just don't see these, and this right here just looks transity to me, so... in case CCP wants to look at it, it's 2002 19075. I see a whole lot of nothing. Maybe? See, maybe right here. Maybe right here. Alright, let's try. You know, we might be onto something. I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try it and see what happens. Um, no, nothing's really calling. This one kind of. Nothing's really calling to me. Now again, if any of you have any questions, comments, wondering why I'm doing things a certain way, feel free to ask. That's part of the reason why I'm doing this, trying to help out. Alright, that's transity. That's transity, but the other ones in here just aren't. So I'm just gonna stick with that one and go. Okay. Alright, now I swear I'm seeing them. Alright, here and... Oh, no, that doesn't fit. Here? No. Yes. Alright, that seems to fit. Alright. Yeah. Alright, let's divide that out. Okay, we still have a uniform dip. Okay, that's good. Divide it again, it goes away, multiply it back, it's still there. Alright, let's see if this is correct. Here's hoping. Yeah, that's it. See, it's confusing sometimes because you look at this and this one really looks like a transiting dip, but that's just noise. You've got to find the ones that are in a pattern in a row, then multiply, divide it out to see if it stays, and if it does, well, cool. If not, go back one, and whatever's left is just noise. So it can be a pain sometimes, but it's rewarding when you get it right. All right, let's try that. No. Man, like this one and this one both really look like dibs, but the ones just before and after it just are not. At least not where the lines end up. Maybe here. Let's give it a shot. Let's just go 12 hours too. Maybe that'll help. I'm not seeing it. If it's there, I'm just not seeing it. All right, I'm just gonna pick this one because it looks the most transity to me. Okay, not a challenge slide. And level 340 at 99%. Let's see if I can keep this up. I think I've got a little bit left in me. Keep this going for a little while. Alright, I'm not seeing anything. Alright. Alright, that looks very transity. Transity, that's a word now. Alright, I'm just gonna stick with this. Yeah, I'm just gonna stick with this one. Alright, community seems to agree with me, more or less. What? No. Alright, let's go back to the project discovery. There we are. Cool. That one. No. Alright, some nice uniform ones. That's what I like to see. That's the easy ones to catch. when you go to 10, it about goes away, doesn't it? Back 24. There we are. All right, and that's it. That's what you're looking for. That U shape every time. Alright, that kind of looks like one. Let's try it. It's going to be tough to see because there's these statistical outliers over here, and it makes it very difficult to actually see the dips when those exist. So let's... I can't see it. Yeah, these over here, if it wasn't for these, it would be a lot easier, because if we omit that, then suddenly it's a lot easier to read, but put these back in and it becomes difficult. But they have to remain there when you fold it, so skip. Alright, that's better. This one, maybe. We'll do that. Wow, okay. Okay. That's it. Now let's try multiplying it? No, dividing it. Haha. I think that's it. I think that's it right there. That's a slight, just such a slight dip, but I think that's correct. When we multiply it out, it's very obvious that that's the dip. Dividing it, it still seems to uniformly show up. So let's hit the multiply button again. Yeah, right in here and right in the center of that. So divide it back. Man, I hope I'm not adding an extra layer of transits. I want to say that's probably it. Ah, I added an extra layer. Okay. I should have gone with my first. That's alright. Alright. I'm not, well, there, kind of. Yeah, Vral, it's welcome to the internet. Nope. Alright. This one looks relatively simple and straightforward. I say that, watch me miss it. Bam! Look at that. It doesn't seem to drop off on the side, so I don't think we've missed any. We can check by dividing it. No. I'm going to stick with this. That looks so much cleaner. So we'll confirm that. And we're going to run with it. Yeah, that's what I like to see. Well, this one kind of. Alright, let's. No. No. I'll just mark this as a single transit. I don't think we've got any others in there. And the community does seem to agree with me. Alright, I think that's just noise. I don't think that's actually a... yeah, no transits. in. I hate these ones like this because it makes it near impossible to read the rest of the graph after it's folded. I'm just going to mark that one instead of skipping it this time. That maybe let's try this one. Let's detrend that to 12. Oh gosh, that's just not working. All right, let's try this a different way. Let's try this. I'm gonna go with maybe. I'll do it. Alright, not a challenge. Okay, that kind of looks transity, doesn't it? And so does this one, but I'll bet you there's not a third. Well, no, doesn't exactly line up, does it? Maybe we can try it. No, I don't think there's anything there, really. I mean, maybe. There's definitely less noise on the top end, here and here, but not so much on this one. I'll do it. Alright, let's try these. No, nothing else is aligning with well, let's try it. No. I'll just pick the better of the two. I'll go with this one. See that? Alright. Before I do something hastily, let's try this. No, that doesn't line up with anything over there either. I could. Yeah, we'll just do that one. Well, I was wrong. Alright. Well, I was kind of seeing them. It just, when I folded it, it just didn't look right. Alright. Well, mental note. Some of them are very, very minute. Got one of them, though. Partial credit's better than no credit. Let's try that. No, I don't think so. I don't think so. Oh, so close to 341. And I'm staring down the barrel at 350 now. Then that means I've got to get 400, and that means obviously I have to get 500. Can't stop before 500 now. That would just be. That's just quitter talk. All right, that looks like it. There we are. That's kind of clean, isn't it? It's that nice U shape you're looking for. U shape, bowl shape. Yes. Not seeing any of them. You know, I haven't gotten any of the ones that have the sharp, deep dips down anymore. I haven't gotten those in quite some time, actually. Well, a lot of those up front. I guess they're just easier to see, so you don't get them anymore. They're going to give you harder ones, which is fine. Yeah, it's just... gonna have to go with no on this one. let's bring that back. Man, like there and there and there and there. Alright, let's try this one more time. I don't want to spend a lot of time on it, but I don't want to get it wrong either. Alright, if it's in there, I'm just not seeing it. I'm just going to go ahead and mark this one. Submit it. Okay. That kind of looks transity. Kind of. I'll mark it. Alright. Do that. No, let's mark that one. Okay. That's terribly annoying. Again, this right here makes the graph incredibly difficult to read. Even if we bring this over and look at it, even if we could find a pattern, and I think I've found one there, the problem is when we fold it and detrend it, it's impossible to read. I can't see anything up here because of that. Even getting up and just getting right in front of my computer screen, I can't see it. Yeah, I'll just skip. It's until I could find a way. Just omit that data from the set. It's just, they're impossible to read. So, nothing? Maybe. Well, this one kind of too. Yep. Yeah. Realized my mistake after I hit the submit button. That's what I get for going too fast. Nope. Alright, this one right here, kind of. And I'm not... Yeah, I'll do it. One more, and then 341. Alright, I'm seeing something here. Maybe the latter ones on down just don't seem to line up properly with anything. No. Maybe it's... Let's lose the D trend for a second. I'll put on 24 maybe. See that and this one kind of do, but on down the way. Let's try it one more time. Here's kind of a dip right there, but all right. I'll just pick the most transity spot, I guess. Level 341. I will take it. I think I've got a little bit more left in me. We could do this for maybe one more level. You know, No, I don't think we've got one in here. Nope. I think that's just noise. Yeah, I think that's just noise. See, I was starting to see something right here, but it doesn't continue on the right side of the graph. I'll check it, but yeah, it's just noise as far as I can tell. See, this one, they kind of look transity, but they just don't line up further down the graph. I'll try it one more time. I really hate it when I see a pattern. Well, yeah, I hate it when I see a pattern on one side and it just doesn't continue. It just messes with me. I feel like I'm missing it. Alright, I'm just going to mark this one. Alright, not a challenge question. Okay. No. No. I don't think so. I'm gonna go with no. I think that's just the noise of the star itself. No. So now this looks like a transit. This kind of looks like the same one. Kind of. Yeah, why don't we do it? The goal here is to find multiple transits that all look the same. That means they have the same width, the same depth. You know. See, yeah, kind of one right here. Let's try dividing it out. No, it kind of goes away. So if you could find multiple dips that replicate and they are the same depth, the same width, and obviously the same distance apart, you're golden. So the kind of what you want to train your eye for is one, similar dips, similar in space from each other, and that for me is the biggest tell. Like from here to here and then the next one, they line up perfectly. Those three in a row, this one, this one, this one. So that tells me this is probably it. So I detrend it, and yep, there it is. It replicates on down the entire graph. I don't believe I've missed any, so I'm going to go ahead and confirm that. That should be it. Bingo. Yeah, they might not all look exactly the same, but if you can train your eye to look for uh, dips that look the same, and for me, the best way to find them is dips that replicate themselves at the same interval. So, like however many inches across on your screen or centimeters, you know, you'll have a much easier time of finding them. Like right here, these dips are similar but different, but, there's one here, 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 and here. So if we, just pick one and go to the next, they should, drop a line on all of them. Fold it, detrend it, and yep, there it is, right there. We might be able to see a little better at 12. Let's take a look at that. Yeah, it's a little bit more pronounced. That's the center of it, and that's from each side of the U. Let's do that. Ooh. Where it gets tricky is when you know, it's like a small planet transiting very close to its host star, then you get these very minute fluctuations that happen at, you know, the same interval, but they're tiny. Kind of like this little spike down, this little spike down, this one. But they're different intervals, so I don't believe that's a transit. So I don't think there's anything here. Now, there you go. That one's easy to see. So here to here, and then every line thereafter and before. Even though we have this spike in the data that makes it hard to read, we should be able to see this dip pretty well. Let's go the other way with it. Yeah, there it is. Yeah. So I don't see another dip on either side, so I don't believe we've missed any, and we will confirm that. Bingo. Oh, now that's unfortunate. Now, here we have two that if, you know, if only one of them, either of them were here, I would definitely say it's the transit, but there's two. So which one is it? And we've gone over before that, you know, putting down two lines, if this is a challenge slide, and I put down that both of these are the transit of two different planets, one of them will be wrong. It's always like that. So, if this is a challenge slide, I should only choose one of them. But I'm just going to go ahead and mark both as the transit of two different planets and hope that it's not a challenge slide. And if it's not, then I'm telling some scientist at some point to please go check both of these. And there we go. That's what the community's kind of done. Most people think it's this one, and a lot of people think it's this one. So, hopefully when some scientist looks at that slide, they will go, oh, that's two different transits. Or maybe it's a planet and its accompanying moon. Be kind of cool. Be a big moon, though. That transit. Alright, there kind of, but I'll mark it. Nope. Alright, again, we've got two spikes to the south. I'll just go ahead and pick that one. Seem to be it. Alright, this looks mostly like noise. Mostly. This one right here maybe kind of stands out. This one kind of, I think it's just noise. I'll mark this one, but I don't believe those are planetary transits. No, alright, cool. Alright. That kind of looks like one. So does that, but these are not the same, obviously. I'm just going to mark this one, and if it's a challenge, hopefully it's right. Alright, cool. Not a challenge, and that's what most people seem to think it is. Alright. Not seeing anything. Alright, that's that, and this, but mostly this one, is screaming transit at me. So I'm gonna mark this one and see what happens. Oh, I was off. Alright. Yeah, okay, I see it now. Yeah, I was... Okay. Kinda looks like transit. I'll mark it. Thanks, Davey. Alright, here we are. Nice, simple, clear cut, kind of. No? Well, I say that, and then look, they're not lining up, are they? A to B does not work. Alright, what about these two? Alright, yes. See, I totally thought this one was a transit, but that doesn't line up, does it? Alright, let's fold that. Alright, yeah, there we go. That's obviously a transit. Alright, there's one dead smack in the middle of this one, but not in the middle of the rest of them. Alright. Cool. Alright, well, you know what that means, though, then. This right here, what we're looking at in between these transits, this, what looks like to be a third transit, this is actually another planet, probably. It has the same dip. You know, it's not completely uniform to these other two, but it's very similar. So if I were a betting man, I would say that is the transit of a second planetary body. This one right here has an orbital period of about 2.932 days. And this one is likely unknown. Of course, there's another dip right here. What do you want to bet? No, doesn't line up. That's fine. But yeah, I'd be willing to bet that was another planet. But again, if I mark it and this is a challenge, it'll be wrong. So I'm just gonna go ahead and submit what we've got. Yep, that's what they wanted. But I'm willing to bet this is slide number 2002-19008. In case anyone wants to go back and check that later, verify it against the data set. I would be willing to bet that's another planet. But if you mark it as such, it will be wrong. So, don't see anything here. Okay, here to here, and it lines up perfectly with the one on the left. Excellent. Alright. That's it. It's more of a V shape than a U shape, isn't it? Yeah, this one's transiting time says 10.15 days, but I'll bet you it's either a small planet or it's just booking. That's why the dip is so quick. That dip looks like it's, geez, 0.08 of a day. Well, 0.1. So that means the entire thing would be 2 hours to transit the sun or its star. Yeah, it's booking. As far as I can tell, no. Alright, is it noise or is it legit? Let's check. This is looking pretty good. Yep, that's it. Kind of hard to see. Let's see if I can go to 12 hours. That looks a little better, doesn't it? But yeah, that's it. That's your dip right here. Kind of starts here, dips on down, comes back up, like a wide V or a weird U. But yeah, that's it right there. That's what you're looking for. And I don't think we're missing any in between it. We can multiply, no, excuse me, divide it. Yeah, and it turns into static. So yeah, that's it. Should be it. Oh no! I totally checked it and it didn't look right at all. Oh. Alright, well, not infallible. Alright, let's see if I can redeem myself. Can't tell if this is noise or if we actually have a transit in here. Alright, if we have one, and I stress the word if, it would be right about there. And it's long, like from here to here. Looks like the transiting time. Ah, man, I'll do it. I think this right here is the transiting period of it. I think I'm off. I think I'm slightly off with it. Let's do it. Oh, well, look at that. Not a challenge one. Hopefully that means we just help someone find a planet. That'd be cool. Those are my favorite ones. Where I see a dip, even if I'm struggling to see it, and it turns out that it's not a challenge slide. That's what I love to see. Alright, maybe. I'll go with maybe. Yep, still 99% accuracy. I dipped down to 98.9, 98.7 every now and again, but yep, still rocking 99. There are kind of some tips to keeping your accuracy higher. Excuse me, getting some coffee in. One, you know, getting half of them right is better than getting none of them right. And skip the slides that you just absolutely can't see. Alright, jeez, these two on the left, and even the third one on the left look like transits, but the rest of them, I'm just so iffy on. Yeah, that's kind of a dip. I'll do it. Yeah, see, these two really, and this one really, but the rest of them, not so much. Gah! Well, I got the last one, and I got this one. Alright, and here we go. I got 2 out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 transits. So that's 30% correct, or, you know, 70% wrong, however you want to say it. But, I should only lose, like, 0.1 if anything. No, it still says 99%. It's, as long as you get some of them right, it'll keep it from going down too quickly. So, alright, maybe. So you definitely want to make an attempt at it, you know, and get some of them other than none of them. Hell, maybe. Level 342. Man, I don't want to stop quite yet. I'll do a couple more. I need to get out of here soon. That kind of looks like a transit. I could do this all day. I really could. This does, it never gets bored for me. I can just keep plugging away at this. Thanks, Rainer Rider. Trust me, in the beginning, I did not have the eyes for it. Now, I think a lot of that was just because of their data sets that they had in the beginning were just god-awful, like the hardest ones in the game. But, as you do them, even as you have to do the harder and harder ones, as you do them, you'll see them more often. Yeah, Czar, I need as many skins as I can possibly get. I only have 200 different ones and multiple copies of most. But I've yet to pull a Tengu, and that makes me very sad. That's high on my list of ships I really want to pull. Not that I fly mine often, especially since Project Discovery's come out. But you know, I really like it. And everybody keeps asking me if I've pulled a Tengu yet. And I'm just like, no, I'm looking for it. All the Tech 3 cruisers. I haven't even built the the 2 blueprint copies that I got from this. I'll get around to it eventually. I think they're still worth something. Oh, good! One that didn't have transits and I didn't accidentally put one in. Good stuff. No? Maybe? I'll mark that one. It's thinking about it. There it goes. Took it a second to pull the info. Crap. Maybe? Ugh. I'll do it. No. If it's there, I'm just like, this looks like a dip. Here's another one. Well, let's try. No, they're just not lining up on the other side. If it's in there, I'm just not catching the pattern. Okay. Definitely, Rainer. I agree with you. Trust your gut when you do a lot of these. Like, I've definitely overthought a few of them. But, you know, it's not the end of the world if you get a few wrong, you know? And just go with it. If you think you see a trend, you know, click on it. If that's not it, try a different one. If that's still not it, well, go on to the next slide. I definitely try not to beat myself up on them. I mean, I tear through them actually pretty quickly, I think. Yesterday, I think I was able to make a level and like speed running it without getting too many wrong, without losing a % of accuracy. I think I was able to do a level in like 13 minutes. Now, it's hard to maintain that speed with accuracy, but I mean, if you kind of have the intuition for it, where is it? If you kind of have the intuition for it, you can go through them pretty quickly. Alright. That looks like a dip, but I see another dip in it here and here and here, which could mean that this thing's just got a ton of transits. That's as close as it'll let me go. Alright, I'm just going to do that one. I'm going to omit the others. Huh. Not a challenge. Okay. Well, you know, every time I get another level, like I look at the next 50 above it. So when I got to 250, I was like, man, I've got to get 300. I got 300, then I was like, I'll just keep doing a little bit. Then I'm like, well, I got to get 350. And now that I'm closing in on 350, it's like, well, obviously I can't stop until I get 400. And once I get 400, obviously I'll have to get 500. I don't know. But you know, the main reason I'm doing this, honestly, is because I enjoy doing it. You know, here I am looking at actual Kepler Space Telescope data, and I'm looking at the luminosity graphs of actual stars in our galaxy. You know, these are not just made up fake graphs. This is actual Kepler Space Telescope data. I'm looking at, you know, the stellar patterns, luminosity patterns of actual stars, and I love that. You know, I'm playing with actual sweet sciencey goodness. You know, and in my own little way, I'm helping out the scientific community, and while doing that, also getting to play a game at the same time. So, not only is this keeping my mind engaged, you know, I'm having fun while I'm doing it, but I'm also contributing to the scientific community, and just for all those reasons and more, you know, I'm loving doing it. So at this point, yeah, partially I want to see the levels go up. The gamer in me wants to level up. All right, I think that's it. That looks like it. I'm gonna go with it. So the gamer in me sure wants to level up and keep going, but you know, the scientist and what? Really now? 1, 2, 3, and kind of. Kidding me. Okay. But the scientist in me wants to keep going too. So I don't know as I'll stop, and I'm gonna hurt a little on the inside when they it looks like 1, 2. When they do a different Project Discovery. But the last Project Discovery went on for a year, I think. I think right at a year, maybe a smidgen longer. Alright, that's maybe. Maybe not. I'll do it. So, yeah, I see myself continuing on with this for a while. Just because I enjoy doing it. I mean, I suppose that's a good reason to do anything. If you derive some joy or entertainment from something, you know, keep on doing it. And I think a lot of people want to do it just to get the rewards, you know. Nothing wrong with that. If you're in it just for the skins or the blueprints or the clothing, that rewards that you get from it, cool. What? I multiplied that out. It totally looked like static. All right. Rainer, that is a good point. I'm gonna read what you said. Mainly because when these videos are archived, it doesn't have, as far as I could tell, it doesn't have your comments on them. So Rainer said, I'm curious why they need human factor in evaluation in these, or just to confirm the already calculated result by those supercomputers. They already know the result. Some of these, the ones that you can pass or fail, they've already got the result to, obviously. And it's either a human that got it or their computer that got it, or a combination of their computer and then they had a human check it. Now, if it could be both ways, that a computer got the result and they're feeding us what the computer gave us, in which case they want to see if their computer algorithm is spitting out the correct results. But when you look at a lot of these, I mean, it's a whole lot of noise. It's a tremendous amount of noise. Like, look at this. That's a tremendous amount of noise. And if there's a transit in here, you know, it would take a computer, even a supercomputer, you know, quite a while, you know, for a computer to figure it out. And that's where machine learning comes in. You know, and you've got to teach a machine over time how to find things. Now that kind of looks like it right there, doesn't it? Kinda. So, you know, every time we submit one of these, they and their machines are learning something. They're you know, because humans are good at recognizing patterns. Here we go, right there. So, if they have one like that, right there, that's the dip. That's what you're looking for. Alright, this should be correct. Alright. Gah! Missed one. Alright. Analysis failed. So, even that one that I just did that I failed, you know, if enough people fail it that same way, perhaps that means that their computer was wrong, and they'll go back and check it. So even if I give a right answer or a wrong answer, I'm giving them information, you know, that they can use to help better their computer algorithm. And that's what I feel like a lot of it is, especially like the secondary transits, or second planetary transits that I've found, that I've got screenshots of. It's like I'm staring at it, and I know it's a transit, but their machine or their algorithm did not mark it as one. They didn't mark it as one because it didn't fit the established pattern of the other transits. So when I slap it in that there is a transit and it's failed, hopefully they'll go back and be like, well, let's look at all the failed ones. And they'll see a lot of people that marked it as a secondary planet, and they go, oh, holy cow, there is a second planet there, isn't there? And they'll add it to it. So, but I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that just it takes the machine a long time to spit out a good result, and humans can just do it faster. Especially when you've got, you know, as many humans looking at it as you do players in EVE Online. I mean, they were talking about just how many of these slides were being processed a minute, and it was absurd. All right. Kind of. I don't. I don't think that's it, but I'll submit it. Gosh, that was a miss. I don't know. As for who they do and don't, or who they will and won't use, for their accuracy rating, you might have a point, you know, that those of us that have a much lower accuracy rating, perhaps they won't use, perhaps they'll strip that from the data set that they get. I don't know. I don't know how they're going to use it. I doubt they'll just delete any of it. I'm sure that they'll get tiered information sets, just be like, you know, those that maintained a 90 or better percentile, this is what they said. Those that maintained a 75 or better percentile, this is what they put in. And really what they're looking for is trends in what we put on each individual slide. So like this dip right here and this dip, I don't think this, well, no. Like I think this one right here looks like it could be a planetary transit. There's a couple of others in here that kind of spark me, but mainly this one. So, okay, yeah, and another person that's pointing here. So it says 8% of the players think this is one, 8% think this is one, 8% think this is one, 4% think this is one. So what they'll end up getting is they'll get all this information, and they can take a look at, say, strip out the information from people that were under, say, 50%. And I don't know how that would correlate to this data, but if it took out some of these other blips, then the ones that remained, they could say, okay, these are potential planetary transits. Let's dive deeper into that. So, but what they're looking for, oh, hello, is what do the majority of us say? You know, here's that U shape that you're looking for. What do the majority of us say? And if the majority of us are saying the same thing, then statistically, we're probably correct. Statistically. Alright, that's 343. That's a good pause point, maybe a good stopping point. Let's see what I've gotten. I think I've gotten a few of these. Yeah, looks like 5 of them. Cool. I would like to redeem those. Thank you very much. Alright, you know, it says all of these skins and clothing is worth 4.2 billion. I have not price checked it, but that would be neat if it were. Alright, let's start opening some of these, shall we? I apologize for the pause. Alright, an Iris and a Vigil. Yeah, billions only if they sell. I've seen some people selling like entire inventories of them. Like if I were to auction it off, I think I've seen a few go for a couple billion, but Kitsune. I think that's the first time I've gotten that one, actually. Executor. Malediction. Tristan. Man, those Tech 3 cruisers. Elusive. Come on, Tengu. You know, or a fat stack of Plex. I'll be alright with that. Arc. Arc. Is that the first one I've gotten of these? I want to say it is, actually. Alright. Might be the first one of that. Alright, sorry. And Wreath. I think that's the first Wreath I've gotten, too. Alright. Wreath. Wreath. I'm probably pronouncing that horribly. And a Basilisk and a Bantam. Alright, looks like we're putting in 10 of these total. Put those over there. That one and these 4. Alright, it says that there are 222 items. I put in 10. Stack all down to 215. Yeah, okay. So 3 of them were new, actually. Awesome. So if we subtract out these items, I've got 12. Yeah, it looks like I have 203 different skins and several, you know, 14 tormentors. Well, apparently that's popular. But there's a few of them I only have one of. Obviously, the Pacifier and Enforcer are singles. Still no Tengu. Makes me a little sad. I might start applying some of these. I haven't applied a single one of the skins or clothing, for that matter. It's tempting to pop the highest one, but yeah. Arc. That's the first one of these I've seen. What is that, actually? Oh, alright. It's a cargo ship. That makes sense. A Mar cargo ship. Alright, that makes sense. That explains why I don't know about it. I don't really fly Amar ships. Alright, cool. Yeah, haulers love these skins because they gotta stare at that ship for hours at a time as it goes from system to system, so they like to spice it up with different skins. I guess that's why this one's valued at 57 million, it says. Alright, now up to 4.36 billion in this, just in this loot. And these blueprints don't have a sell price, but again, yeah, only if they sell. Of course, if you look at any of these view market details, yeah, no orders. Of course, I'm over here in St. Cassin, so I can't see Jeddah from here. But man, it would be nice if it sold for that, wouldn't it? I'd pay for a couple months of time, wouldn't it? So, alright, well, I think I am going to call it for now. Rainer, rank 250 is the last reward. I send support ticket to CCP to put something up for you for 500. Thank you. That would be great. Yes, if there was something at the 500 mark, I would blitz towards that. It would be nice if they would drop something every 50 levels. Level 300, 350, 400, 450, etc. just for a while. But yeah, I got to 250 kind of quickly, and I think a lot of people on the server did too. I definitely was not the first. Definitely wasn't. Because I saw these down here, the Farsight. I saw those on contract. Oh, Jesus, 300 million? You've got to be kidding me. Finding contracts. Seriously? The cheapest contract is 400 million? Well, neat. Okay, but yeah, I think when I hit level 250, there were already 5 or 6 of them on the contract. So I was at least the 6th or 7th person, and that's assuming that everybody before me instantly put them on contracts so I could see them, and nobody had purchased one. So I doubt I was in the top 10 to crack 250, but I don't know how many people just continued on afterwards. I had requested that they put in a leaderboard, but who knows if we'll get one or not. And it would be great if they started putting in higher tier prizes, even if they were just exotic skins. You know, like a guaranteed Leviathan, or guaranteed Titan, or guaranteed Tech 3 Cruiser, or, you know, other blueprints. You know, that'd be cool. Like, even if it was, like, some absurd number, like level 1000, and it was, like, a, I don't know, a Tech 2 carrier, BPC, or some other exotic Tech 2 blueprint copy. That would be awesome. Or even if it was just something silly, like an exotic pole dancers or something. I don't know, or Quaif, Quaif Zero, you know, like, some exotic thing of it. You know, I would do it just to get it. Not that I have any other reason to keep going on it, just for funsies. But I would want to pick it up just to have it. Yeah, pretty much anything is motivation. Just anything. Just a reason to go. I mean, I'm doing it because I enjoy doing it. Even if I wasn't getting skins anymore, even if it's just like, oh, you made it 250, you're done, I'd still go. But at least we still get skins every level. And also, I think I just leveled up. I think I did, yeah. So, I want to check something real quick. I don't see any transits. Maybe. No, alright, just no transits. Even if I fail it, I don't really care. I just want to look at the, cool. Yeah, 2898, and I think I just did one. So, yeah, about 3,000 per rank. So it's pretty steady at 3,000 units per rank now. So, at least it's not some crazy curve, like next level's 4,000, level after that's 5,000, level after that's 6,000. At least the units to next rank, at least that's remaining constant. So at least that means I can gain levels at a steady rank. Gosh, 344. Man, I hate to leave it there, but 6 levels, that would take me at least 2 hours. Yeah, that'll be a tomorrow or later on thing. Yeah, nothing after 250. It's very sad. And hopefully, if they put in rewards at the 300 and 350 mark, after I already make 350, hopefully I can go back and pick them up. Hopefully they're not lost to me because they put them in after the fact. That would suck. So, alright, well, thank you all for watching. I hope you learned something. I will be doing this again. Probably can't guarantee any time until, I'm just going to say Monday, but I might be on randomly in between that if I can get a spare minute. I've got a few things I need to get done and then a lot to do this evening, so I will be quite busy for the rest of today and probably this weekend. So thank you for watching. I hope you learned something, and until next time, fly safe.